Greetings, listeners. I'm your host this evening, Zach Barrett, and welcome to this Twisted Gear Studios production. You're about to listen to The Call, our Call of Cthulhu actual playcast GM'd by Derek Snow. Apologies, I am a little under the weather this week, and will sound notably different. The previous report from our investigators. Discovering a secret passage that leads to the mines below, and nearly drowning, the team progressed deeper into the mines in hopes of shaking their pursuers.
Yeah, so you can't really pick out what any of the symbols mean. You can see some that match. Wait, how was your occult roll again? Sorry?
My what?
Your occult roll. Did you fail?
Oh, I failed it.
I
failed it. However, can I try again the language? Or is it not?
I will allow you to push the occult roll, if you will.
Oh, okay.
Instead of trying another skill. Now, you have failed an occult roll. Pushing the roll means you make the check again.
Okay.
But if you fail, it's sort of bad. It's called pushing the roll.
Bad in what way for the
You might come
roll?
to the wrong conclusion.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
You know what? Sure.
Oh
Yes,
my god.
the first pushed roll of the game.
Of course, it's an occult roll, too.
Yes,
Naturally.
it was
Yes.
an occult.
Yes.
And it makes perfect sense that Agatha would be the one who's doing this roll.
And so do I just roll this again?
You roll the same occult roll you did before.
Okay.
Yep,
Roll the
just
whole thing.
roll an occult roll.
Oh god, please. That's a 53. That's exactly. Wait, 50. Wait, no, it's a fail. Fuck me.
What's your occult?
30.
And you got a 53.
Again, actually,
Okay, so
funny enough.
all of a sudden,
That's very occulty.
all of a sudden it comes all clear.
Oh no.
Yes.
All of a sudden it comes all clear as you're looking at the symbols and you see the connections and you're thinking about some research you've done years previously, some books you've read and stuff like that, and you're just looking up at it and it's like, these are occult symbols.
Oh my god.
About some kind of ritual. Maybe a ritual of human sacrifice. Yes. Definitely drawn in blood. Definitely drawn in blood.
That seems a little far-fetched and pushed to me, but that's just my personal opinion.
But
Nice
no.
wording there, buddy.
Yeah.
Grammar.
Yeah. Definitely evil.
So would it be something like out of the knowledge, like based off of like the asylum and stuff? Like I might have seen it before. That's
Well, just
where
in
I'm
your
kinda-
research or your,
Oh, okay.
your training and maybe something you've picked up along the way, that this is clearly the signs of some satanic ritual or dark ritual
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
made for some kind of evil purpose. In Swill's gullet.
I'm getting over an illness and you sneeze on me?
You're the most likely candidate because I'm not going to do it to him.
That is friendship. Friendship, ladies and gentlemen.
You guys, you're
I'm
so
switching
sharing.
seats with you
Hey,
next
she-
time.
She didn't
So
sneeze
feel
on your
free to
mic.
fill your findings in with the rest of the party.
Oh, okay. Guys, I think I've seen these before.
Where?
I saw it in like the asylum, something similar, documentation, writings from patients. But these look like symbols for something like for I don't know, like sacrificial ritual.
Oh.
That seems convenient.
And typically, or at
And
least
it's
in
in
my
blood?
findings, they were written in blood.
Really? Althea's gonna go up as close as she can to kind of like scrape with a finger and
Look,
see if I can tell if it's actually in blood.
whatever this was, I'm sure it was a long time ago. No one has been up here in a long time. We're just going to try to make our way out of here.
Could I make an assumption that it was actually not long ago?
Well, what happens is, as Althea goes up,
Well, I'll take something. Oh no, I said I was using my finger.
so you take your finger and you go and you scrape it, and it comes off quite easily
Should've
because
took
it
something out of my
seems like
forensics bag and not
this was
touched
put
anything.
here not that long ago.
Get rid.
You're not sure how long, but it still is easy enough to scrape off. Doesn't appear to be blood in your professional opinion, but then again, black blood wouldn't exist in your professional opinion either.
Well, this doesn't look like blood to me. And there is in red, right?
Yeah, it is a reddish
Okay.
color.
But I mean, it could be that normally it could be written in blood and they just didn't have any available. But I don't think it's been here that long, really. I mean, this is still, and I scrape with my finger again, coming off pretty easily.
Could I have Amos make an idea roll, please?
An idea roll?
An idea roll.
39 out of 70.
This torch really isn't going to last a long period of time. You just realize as you're all sort of focusing it in on the walls.
We should probably progress for as long as we can while we still have this torch.
Oh.
Okay, yes,
goodness,
yeah, let's go,
yes,
let's go.
That's a very good idea.
I take the box back, I throw it shove it in my satchel, and I just start hurting people.
Mentally catalog this for later and see what other weird shit we can find.
Yeah, we'll mentally catalog it along with all of the other lovely things that we've encountered
walking.
so far.
We're walking.
So as you follow the passageway a little bit longer, it seems to be on a slight grade upward.
This is positive.
Which is probably what you want to hear, yes, of course.
Yeah, crap.
As you start going along,
Ain't no light at the end of the tunnel.
and I need Amos, who's in the lead, to
Yup.
make a spot hidden roll.
Is it still as wet as it was?
No, it doesn't feel as wet. Once you leave that one room,
Right.
it doesn't seem as wet.
The golden snitch is with me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's a 9% out of 36.
I'd tell you to take it, but I'm pretty sure I already said that multiple times for
yup.
spot hidden.
Yup, that's going
I
up
want
today.
everyone's the skill in spot hidden to go up as fast as possible so you can all see horrific things.
Awesome.
There's that.
Yes, so Amos, you notice that it seems to open up into a bit of a larger room as you're walking along, and you notice a lot of movement on the ground ahead of you. Scurrying, if you will.
Eyes to the floor, everybody.
As you look ahead and you see a lot of what appears to be rats.
Oh.
A pile of rats ahead
Is there
of you.
enough rocks on the wall to kind of like get edge up over the base of the ground here?
The funny thing is, they don't seem to be coming towards you. They all seem to be looking at you. You can see around 20 to 25 at the moment in a huddle, all in a pile in the room just on the edge of your torchlight. And you can just see their little eyes sort of looking at you.
Hold up, everybody.
And of course, everyone else sees this.
Which of the three of you is the foremost animal expert?
Well, I've seen rats before.
Without taking my eyes off the rats, I just kind of grab her and I lean her towards what I'm seeing. What is that?
Well, they're rats, but they're not behaving like any rats I've seen before.
Glad a professional said it.
I mean, I've never seen so many in one spot, but they're usually a lot more active and.
Any other entrances and exits in this?
This
chamber?
just seems like this. You're sort of still in the little passageway leading into it, and it opens up a little bit. And you're not sure if there's an exit because the light isn't traveling far enough onto the other
But so
side.
they're partway into this.
Yeah, they're partway. They're sort of maybe 5 or 10 feet inside the room, massed into like a ball of rats.
These rats, they seem pretty not happy.
You find that a little bit hard to tell. They all just seem to be looking at you in a huddle.
I'm going to suggest
They're not making any noise.
throwing something if we can and seeing if we can scatter them. Maybe?
I grab a loose rock, if
Sure.
possible,
Yeah, yeah, there's
and I try to whip it past the group to distract them and see what happens.
Can you roll a throw check for me, please?
Yeesh.
You might accidentally hit them.
7% out of 20?
Put a tick next to throw.
Oh my god. I'm on a roll.
As,
Literally.
My God.
Oh my god.
So, you throw the rock purposely just above them,
Yeah.
so not at them. They don't even look at it. They don't even move.
Does it make noise when it lands?
It does. It hit. Yeah. The rock goes further.
No splashing into water.
No, you hear it hit like ground and
I take the torch and I take a step forward. Mm-hmm. Do they react at all?
no. They seem to just be glaring at Marion right now.
Are they
with
glaring
you
at?
with the torch.
Okay, I move the light back and forth. Are they looking at me or the light?
You.
Damn it.
I step in front of her while she's holding the torch. Mm-hmm. Do they change their perspective?
Yeah. They're now focused solely on Amos. They're now focused solely on you.
This is not how rats
So
normally
if we
act. They don't
all-
like people.
If we all move forward, if they're paying attention to just the people who are moving, maybe? If we all move forward,
Can we?
see what happens?
We're all out of kerosene, right?
Yeah.
Oh, were you gonna? Yeah.
Yeah,
I was thinking
thought
about
about
it.
that too, and I was like, throw the
Amos, can you
lantern.
roll me a spot hidden, actually, as you moved a little bit further out of the passageway into the room?
That's even if that was a little 88 out of 36 now.
Okay.
Look, I can roll above 10%.
Would shooting into the pile of rats be a bad idea?
We could try throwing another rock into the pile of rats if we don't have to waste ammunition.
And I'm worried about ricochet.
That as well.
How big of a tunnel is this thing?
Can we edge around them?
Oh, yeah. If you want to move actually into the room, you could probably move around.
Well,
the rats.
if they're only like paying attention to whoever seems to be moving at the time,
I
maybe if all four of us were moving at the same time.
I say we keep going forwards. We don't know how much time we have left in this torch.
Keep eyes
Can't
on
put
rats.
an eye on that.
Keep eyes
So
on
let's
rats.
start shimmying around the right-hand side.
Of the chamber or
Yeah.
Okay, so as you move into the chamber and you start moving toward the right-hand side, now without a spot hidden roll, you do notice that around the outside edge and the walls of this chamber is completely covered in centipedes and millipedes and other creepy, crawly bugs that just seem to be slithering all over the place.
Oh god.
And there just seems to be a section, the middle section where the rats are into their huddled ball. It's almost like a perfect circle. Around 5 feet out from either side of the rat huddle, where there are no insects.
Then that's where we're going.
All right, we've seen some pretty disturbing things, but this room right now, it feels to me like the most disturbing of all. Can we please? We need to just
Sanity
move
checks,
on.
please.
Oh, that makes sense.
11 out of 25.
Your sanity is
Your
25.
sanity?
No, sorry, 65. 65. Wow,
cow.
numbers. I was just really excited that I rolled an 11. It was great.
48 out of 77 for Althea.
45 out of 66.
8 out of 76.
So you all made your sanity check. So actually, over the last couple of days, this is par for the course.
That's pretty spot on.
Just, well, I guess I might know.
Oh no, not
what-
another room
what
full of insects.
touched my foot earlier.
I think we know what that was. Let's just move through this room and keep going.
Can we just get out of here?
How fast can we run across this room?
Well, if you check your movements.
Well, wait,
Move
first thing,
rate?
can I do a listen check to see if I hear any kind of a familiar buzzing?
Oh.
Sure.
Well, that's 66 out of 50, so that's a no.
Can I also make that check?
Sure.
That's a 4.
Yeah, you can put a tick next to listen if you don't
I already
have one.
do. Yeah.
All you can really hear is the slithering moving of the insects. This weird chitness rubbing against each other sound.
Insects aren't
rubbing
flammable, are
together.
Well, they can be.
I just like they aren't They aren't doing anything to us right now.
Right,
so
let's
wait,
try this. Let's try this little
keep
clear
walking,
path.
walking, yeah.
And as we do the clear path, I'm going to just kind of keep the torch aimed towards the rats in case they decide to come out at us.
Fair enough. So you're going to start just moving around the
Yeah.
side
Yes.
of the rats.
I'm just getting to. I'm assuming there's an exit on the other side of this chamber.
Yes. Yeah. Once you move in, you do notice that the chamber
One singular
continues
exit?
on after further on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has anyone else ever seen bugs this big?
Nope.
Oh, they're
Before we got to
larger,
Swill's
too.
Gullet?
Nope.
Like, these are
Honestly,
much larger than I've ever seen
I've
before.
done quite a bit of traveling and seen some definitely interesting species, but this is new.
These look the same. They look the same as the ones we saw before.
Those,
The rats and insects
those
have now
seem
stopped
large,
us as we
too.
started shimmying.
Well, I'm just waiting to.
familiar. This how... at first I thought this was just how insects were in the countryside, but these seem abnormally large.
So who's beginning? Who's our first person into the room? Is it It's
Amos.
Amos.
Who's second?
Well, previously it went Amos, Agatha, Althea, and then Marion. Mm-hmm. So I guess are we
But you
sticking with
had
that?
already moved up, so right now Althea is
Oh, okay,
last.
right. 'cause I was-
I'll be last. Yeah, Althea's fine. I'm fine with
So
being last.
soon as Althea enters the chamber, as you're all tiptoeing along away, you see the rats properly move as they all turn
Oh god.
and completely focus on Althea,
Oh god.
and they start. The ball itself starts moving as a whole, all their little legs
All right.
propelling it
I
slightly
have
towards
the
you.
machete up and ready to go if they come anywhere near me.
I say we run.
I'm okay with
continue
running.
to spin around so that this is between me and them, and I start ushering these three to kind of
Yeah,
go behind
yeah.
me.
I'm
between me
moving.
and them, backwards.
Machete
and-
out, but moving away.
Yeah,
away.
Yeah, but they still slightly keep moving toward Althea because you're all fairly close to them anyway.
Yeah.
But if I start putting them behind me, and we all back towards that exit, then what happens?
So you mean backing Althea behind you?
As in, like.
Yeah. So like as
moving-
these three are behind me, I want to keep the torch pointed at them and have them shimmy behind me and have all of us back into the entryway. Where
So you're in front right now, and Marion goes behind you, but Althea is still not behind you because you're in a row.
Yeah, but
so they start
that's,
moving.
That's
behind.
what we want to do.
Yeah, and that's what you're going to start doing.
So
yeah.
I pick up the pace to leave this place.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
So just as you're about to reach Amos, super fast, the rats move between you and Amos.
Okay.
Just basically off to the side of your foot. And they all seem to just be looking up at you.
Oh, that's it.
As you see something in the middle start moving.
Okay, I'm officially creeped out. Can I take a swipe at these things with the machete?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sorry,
reflexes.
and Amos, what would you be
instinct.
doing? Because you see this happen. And you're right
Once
next to
she
him.
takes
too.
a swing, I'm gonna just strike them with the torch, see if any of them ignite, and then pull out the gun.
Sure.
Okay, so what do I have to roll for a swing with my machete?
Just roll me
My
a
gun's out.
percentage.
Just roll percentage.
Your gun's out.
Yeah. Oh, when she does this,
Okay.
the result of this, I'll either swing
Oh,
with fire.
God. 91
Nice.
is never good for anything.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna become a rat slave. A rat slave.
slave?
A rat
so
slave.
as
Maybe
you
the rat queen.
swing, as quickly as you swing your machete down, the rats seem to spread out and jump away out of the ball
Okay.
and start scurrying away.
Okay.
But they leave a small, looks like amber stone, around 3 inches long.
Oh.
Maybe.
Can I?
Oh, that is damn peculiar.
I'm gonna give it a little poke with the machete because I've learned not to immediately touch things. Oh, I still have that
Do the
snake.
rats run into the insects?
No, they all spread out and seemed to run down the passageway toward the waterlogged area.
So the opposite way
Where
from
we came
So
from.
they just ran away.
No, yeah, well, okay.
And there's looks like a little amber yellowish stone.
I'll just give it a little like poke with the machete. It's just
You poke the stone.
What
Okay.
happened?
the rats are gone. I'm going to go into the doctor's bag
Sure.
and I'm going to take one of the cloths that are in there and I'm going to take the cloth and pick up the stone with the cloth. And just kind of take a look at it.
Are the insects doing anything different?
Yeah, Marion, as you're looking, you notice that the insects are starting to fill the void where they were kept away from the circle of rats. It starts to fill the void, but they're creating a small circle around Althea where they're not entering. But Althea,
I'm just looking at
even
the
with a
stone.
cloth, as you grab it and lift it up,
Oh, shoot.
I need you to make an extreme willpower check.
Uh-oh.
Does it look like it could fit in the puzzle box?
Yes, it looks to be
I knew
almost
it.
the exact size.
I'm gonna be a rat slave.
No, you're a bug slave now.
Oh. Ooh. 4% out of 16.
Oh my god.
So,
Holy shit.
wow. Wow.
The willpower is my highest characteristic.
So, what happens is, as you pick it up, you start feeling a little bit nauseous, and you start feeling like you're gonna pass out. And then you just, I'm doing fine. It doesn't.
Do I notice
you
this effect on it?
Yeah, you do.
So-
She looks a little bit like she's about to faint, and then she
Well, I'm
just snaps completely
And
out of it.
I
Go down
would
it.
say it's lovely. It's interesting colors.
You
Fantastic.
are actually you, Althea. You are quite enamored by this stone. It is your stone.
Oh no.
Nobody else gets to have this stone.
I've never seen anything quite like it.
Althea? Althea, just the way the insects are behaving around you?
Oh shit.
Well,
Insects don't seem to bother you anymore, Althea.
we should get moving. You come back
Rat
here.
slave, more like an
Can I-
insect slave.
Let's head towards the exit.
Can I go muster enough courage to
Um,
go up to Althea and kind of take her by the shoulders and lead her towards where
Yeah.
we're heading?
And I'll just gently wrap it up in the cloth, and I'm going to not put it in one of the bags, but I'll put it in my pocket.
Yeah. You put your hand in your pocket with it, fully intending to leave it in your pocket, and then when you take your hand out, it's still in your hand.
All right, that's fine.
Well, what-
I'll just carry it.
Can we just try something real quick for the sake of science, if you would be so kind? Can we see that puzzle box?
Let's keep walking while
Well,
we
I'm
do so.
assuming we're in the hallway at this point.
Yeah, we'll say you just moved off into just a
Okay.
slight way.
The
into
insects
hallway.
stayed in the chamber?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
They
see that puzzle box if
They
you don't
created a path for Althea as she walked through.
And since we were with her, I guess
Yep.
that interesting.
Okay then. Certainly. I hand him the puzzle box.
Can I just see the size of the rock compared to the hole in this puzzle box? Here, you take the puzzle box.
I'll take the puzzle box.
See if it fits in there. Be might interested.
Okay. I'll open up the box.
Sure. Yeah,
Do I
you
wanna
do.
put the stone in?
Yeah, the box is still slightly open because it's some form
Okay.
of puzzle box.
And do I have any issue putting the stone in the box?
Oh no, you take the stone and
Okay,
you
I'll
place
put
it
it in
while
there.
still holding it. Mm-hmm. And you're just above the hole. Mm-hmm. And it looks like it's a perfect fit.
Oh, this looks like it would fit just fine.
I need you to make a strength check for me.
Ooh.
It feels like the box is trying to pull the stone out of your hand into the slot, and it'll be an opposed roll by whatever magical force is trying to do.
Against Althea's strength. This should go well. Oh. 77 out of 50 for Althea. Strength is not my highest characteristic.
Yes. The stone gets pulled out of your hand and into the box, and then the box clicks closed.
I will immediately grab the box and hand it back to...
Okay. As Amos grabs the box, Althea, you have an enemy in front of you who's trying to steal what's rightfully yours. Treat it as such.
Oh, shit.
I have the machete.
Yeah.
I do.
Yup.
I'd say I punch you in the face, but I'm holding the machete in one hand of the box in the other.
Actually, I'll call for a willpower roll. I'll call for a willpower roll.
I mean,
it's
What?
suitable.
I'm holding stuff. My
You
first.
gave it, Amos is holding the box.
No, he's.
No.
Oh, I gave it to her. I
Oh, I-
intentionally gave it to her.
Right. Yes.
Althea, actually make a willpower roll for me
Okay.
first, because I want to see how well you fight this urge where the stone is not in your possession.
My
at the
willpower
moment.
is my best. Oh, that's an 11 out of 80.
Okay. So, Amos, what you see is as you take the box out of her hand, Althea raises the machete.
Damn it,
to
woman!
Swipe at you, and she sort of just snaps herself out of it. And Althea, now it's you don't know what you were doing.
Althea.
What's going on? What
I
happened?
put
What are
the
you
puzzle
doing?
box in my coat.
What?
Just glaring at her the whole time.
What's going on?
Put the machete down.
I just take the machete out of her hand.
What?
many-
I.
Are you all right? What were you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Have we found are we leaving? Are we leaving now?
Can I do a psychology roll on her?
A quick psychology roll.
Yeah.
Psychology roll will work it.
Nope. That's an 88
Okay.
out of 53 or whatever it is.
Once I've taken the machete, I'll turn to Agatha. No, actually, I'll turn to Marion and I'll hand you the machete.
She's got 2 machetes.
I put one in my
Yeah.
satchel.
Big as Mary Poppins satchel over
Well,
here.
I no longer have a flashlight or a lantern in here, so there's a little bit more space than
That's
there
a big
was.
satchel.
So I hand it to you, and looking at you, Marion, I point at Althea. She is not standing directly behind me. But we don't have a lot of time on this torch. I'm going to keep moving forward. And I keep going forward.
I will take up the rear just to keep an eye on her.
I will go second then.
I guess that makes me third.
Yes, that makes me third.
For the process of deductive reasoning, you are third.
Hey, well, you're the private investigator.
Deductive reasoning, you know.
All right,
Fair enough. As you continue along your way.
onward.
What was that you were doing?
I don't know. I feel strange and sort of empty. It's odd.
Well, you haven't eaten all day. Are you in a good long time? Are you just hungry? Maybe.
Not that kind of hungry.
Okay. How long
If
have
she
you
starts
felt
talking like
like
human
this?
flesh, I swear to God.
I don't know. Perhaps I'm just tired. The sooner we get out of here, the better.
Is there any indication that anything is following us?
Not that you can see or hear.
No. Okay.
There's been a number of listen checks made down here and stuff like that.
Can I roll a psychology roll to see kind of what I think about what Althea is going through?
Go ahead.
46 out of 40. Nope.
Yeah.
So close.
Yeah, so you continue along your way. You don't really... She just seems like, as all of you at one point or another, are having a slight little mental...
I'm having
Yeah.
a moment.
Having
It's
a
okay.
moment.
Well, you know,
I'll be pushing the pace more than I have been in the past to get
just-
out of here.
focus on what's in front of you. We'll get through this. We're almost. We should be almost out soon.
Has the air started to smell any different?
Oh, there's no real... You don't really smell anything.
Okay.
And then you realize that your sense of smell has been... You haven't smelled anything for a little while.
Oh, we're all.
Even the room full of rats didn't really
Oh,
smell.
well.
We're all gonna die of hydrogen sulfide.
You're the only
anybody
person
can pick
here
out
with no
the
hope.
Suppose there are worse ways to go.
Yeah. As you as Amos was leading, you continue along your way for a bit, and it appears that the passageway ends in a dead end.
Oh, no.
No.
And then as you look a bit closer, it seems like it's caved in slightly, but it looks to be there's a small little gap that goes into the rocks that you could just barely shimmy your body through.
Oh, God.
Oh, for the love of...
We only have one light.
I shine the torch in the hole.
Yeah, it looks like it curves up slightly.
Of course it does.
And then...
You know,
What was the point? What
if
was the point?
I wasn't a religious person before this, I'm definitely not going to be after.
One at a time?
I'll go
goes
first.
Plugging my fat ass in first or last?
I'll go in first.
I'll go in second.
Take the light with you so you can see where you're going.
No one will be able to see in here. Someone just hold the torch as close as you can and give me some kind of light.
So, Althea, you're going to shimmy on in first?
I guess so, because I volunteered to do it.
Fair enough. As you crawl, and I mean, it's a pretty tight fit, as you can just use your shoulders
Yeah. Althea's
to crawl through.
okay with that.
Oh my god.
Janessa right now is feeling a little claustrophobic.
It is quite. And as you're going along and you're rubbing against the rocks, you can hear the creaking of the rocks
Oh, God.
as they're not fully in place.
I just,
While... Actually, no, I'm not
whisper
gonna do
to
that while
myself.
she's in there.
Please don't cave in. This is not where I want to die. Not here, please. Not here.
So you're traveling. It takes you around 20 minutes.
Oh, God.
And you can be talking back and forth that it's just, and it's up over this little tight area. And just as you crest this little area, it's a little tighter than the others. And I need you to make a dexterity roll.
Okay, I can do this. I can
Oh
not
my
get stuck in a
God.
horrible
All of
tight
us, or
passage
just her?
underground. I can do
Oh,
this.
she's-
Talk us through it. Tell us where you're going.
No, we're on the other side still.
This is 41 out of 65. I'm not
You
gonna
managed to
die
just
here.
squeeze through that area. Did you want to say anything back to the other?
It gets exceptionally tight in what I'm hoping is the last section of this.
As you come out the other side, and it's just a small little, you're almost into the half end of the room because it caved in, and it looks like it leads up to the surface. You can feel some wind blowing down, and it leads up to the surface.
Oh God, I think I can see I think I can see the surface. Really? Well, I'm pretty sure I can feel some air and maybe see a little bit of light.
Can you hear anything?
Yeah, there's a little bit of light shining down, because you didn't have a light source just
No,
then,
I
correct?
didn't.
Correct.
I'll roll a listen check.
Hmm?
See if I can hear anything. Agatha
listen
asked if I
check,
can
yeah.
hear anything. Oh, 21 out of 20. You know what?
What, for what, listen?
For listen, yeah. My listen's only at 20%. That's the base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Anything out of ordinary?
Is there any way
don't
to
think
make
so.
the narrow part of the passageway bigger?
and I'll take a look back through the gap.
It's
and stuff.
around 6 or 7 feet in
Oh.
from where you are. But you could see you could try to knock out some of the stones if you wanted.
Would it be easier for me to reach in and grab someone's hands and try to help pull them through it?
You could do that. You could do that.
This
When they're in that situation, you could definitely do that.
this really didn't seem very stable as I was going through it, but I might be able to reach and help people when they get through, or at least the next person.
Okay.
Agatha, I think you should go next.
Okay. So I'll put the. I'll have the rifle in such a way that I can shimmy through the space.
My pistol's aimed down that hallway just in case.
So I'll start going in. I guess I'll start going through that space.
Sure. And as Althea, you start preparing yourself to, waiting for them to crest that little part of the section. You look on your shoulder at, of course, your pet rat that you've owned the entirety of your existence. is sitting there looking at you, nodding its head, sort of telling you that, yeah, it's a good idea to help your friends.
Wait.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. All right, I'm here, Agatha. Just come on, you can do this.
And just for clarification, she's never had a pet rat that any of you are aware of.
Figured that.
Okay.
All right. I'm continuing to
you start.
shimmy through.
Your rifle
Yep.
strapped to your back is causing you a little bit of trouble as you're maneuvering through.
Shimmy with your rifle and your
I
forearms.
thought I had
You're
it.
gonna push, yeah, but it's still where it's so long.
it's just okay.
You could.
It's still making it a little bit difficult, so it's gonna take you a little bit
Could
longer.
she pull it off her shoulder and push it in front of her? Like.
Yeah, but I still mean it because the rifle's so long.
It's just
okay.
awkward.
It's just a bit awkward.
It's very awkward.
We
Okay.
can fold and bend. Guns cannot.
I just mean it's just gonna take you a little bit longer.
Okay.
So around, I'm gonna say 25 minutes.
Okay.
Little bit longer. You see, basically, you're shimmering up, and it's like a slight turn, and you can see Althea around 6 feet away as that little. Does that make sense?
Okay.
You know what I mean? You're cresting up, and you can see her. And what's the hard part is, and the tight area is where you just gotta crest that area, and it's a little bit tighter, so you gotta
Oh shoot.
squeeze through.
Agatha, I can see you. I'll try to reach in as best I can, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna try
Okay.
and get up like on
Yeah.
my belly and stuff, and reach my hands in to like grab her.
Okay.
I will allow you
Okay.
to make the dexterity check with a bonus die.
Oh, okay. Can I borrow somebody's?
There you go.
Oh, perfect. So yeah, it would be 66, and my dexterity is 50.
Yeah. So you get a little bit stuck.
Shoot.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm off.
You're by a little bit. You're pretty stuck. As you're just like
Okay.
oh.
Oh,
And
someone's
you
gonna
are
have to push me.
you are completely trapped at that moment.
Oh no. Can you pull a little bit harder, please?
Can I actually have Agatha, considering it is a phobia of yours to be trapped, to roll a sanity check?
Of course it is.
God. Oh my god.
26 out of
You managed to
66.
push the fear down. You managed
Okay.
to
All right.
push
Is
the
it-
fear
I think-
down.
Can I determine where I'm stuck? Like, is it like a piece of my clothing? Could it be the rifle belt? Like, is there any hint I can give that could possibly help me get out of this situation? Since I'm not going insane.
You, as you're running, it's your belt along
my
the
belt.
side that's caught.
Okay. I'm gonna try and twist a little bit, but I think my belt's actually caught. Can you just pulling me? I don't care if you tear the belt. Just keep pulling me.
Okay. I'm going to try grabbing hold of her and like.
And this
keeping
will
her
enable you
tug.
to push that roll to try again. With a bonus die.
With a bonus die.
With a bonus die.
With a bonus
'cause
die?
It's the same roll. It's a bonus die
I'm gonna
because
try and
Althea
push it.
is helping you.
I'm gonna try and push
This
it.
is where we die.
We still have luck to spend.
The only one that
I
will live is
got
the
a
freaking
lot
rat
of luck
queen
to-
over here.
Oh, 8.
8.
Yes!
That's 80.
That's
80 fucking.
Nope, not
Christ,
so
and 90.
Yeah. So as you're trying to
shoot, I'm so
squirm
overexcited.
your way around, you get fully stuck. You can't move anything but your head.
Can I?
And your arms in front of you, but like your body is completely wedged.
Okay.
Can I crawl in behind her and try to help her get out?
Yes, you can.
Oh my god.
And in the front, can I see if there's any rocks I can move to give a little bit more space without potentially caving the whole
Sure.
thing in?
Sure. I'm not going to call for a sandy roll for Agatha in this case, but I would
okay.
like you will be freaking out slightly about this regardless.
You gotta keep pulling. You gotta get me out of here.
And Marion,
Okay.
you move into the tunnel.
I'm behind you. I'm gonna help you out. Just breathe, nice and slow. We're gonna get you through this.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And I'm in front of you. I'm gonna see if I can move some kind of rock and see if I can help her get out of this.
Can I see what she's trapped on?
So around 15 minutes of
Yeah.
crawling through. And you're a bit smaller, you're quite dexterous, so you go quicker.
short.
You do quicker than everyone else as you move quite, takes you around 10, 15 minutes, and you get up and you can see her legs and just the way she's wedged and everything. You figure that if you can just move her belt to the side and maybe you might be able to help push with Althea also pulling, you might be able to push her the whole way through. But at this moment, I'm going to go back to Amos in the tunnel by himself with his human bone torch and his pistol cocked looking down the tunnel as he hears a voice.
Just give me the crystal. I can smell you.
What would Amos like to do? And this is coming from just down the passageway and around a turn.
I fired down the passageway.
Done. I'd just like you to roll.
34 and a 60.
Okay. So you fire. It's not a tick because you just fired on a passageway and it hits rock. You're.
Well, if that's how it's gonna be.
And you hear some weird chanting. As you see the flame on your torch start to flicker, start to get smaller.
I round and I start going into the hole. I don't give a shit. Torch on the ground, into the hole I go. Bother that nonsense. Actually, I'll throw the torch down the hallway and then go into the hole.
There you go.
Yeah, down the hallway.
Now.
I was even thinking, as soon as you went into as your character went in, I was like, I'll just go behind you. Why should I wait here by myself? There is a way out on the other side. That's why we were waiting.
You will actually get. Could I have another? Yep. You get 2 bonus dice.
If you fail this, Lindsay, I swear to God.
Amos is just going to push both you just through
You
the
get to
hole.
get.
I have no dexterity.
3 rolls
The other side.
and take the better result.
3 rolls?
Yeah. Well.
Oh, these.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 40. It would be 40 out of 50, right? That's just dexterity, correct? Okay. Yes.
Get out of the hole.
And
Go, come on, you can do it.
Just barely. You pop out.
Do I get any injury from this?
You take 1 wound, 1 damage.
So that would be a HP.
As you scrape up your side and everything on the rocks. So just 1, you lose 1 HP.
Okay.
As you got some cuts and stuff along your side. But you do get that moment of plopping out of the other side.
Oh my God,
being,
Agatha, are you okay?
My side's hurting. Can you take a look at it, please?
Sure.
As Marion is quite quickly, I'm going to call for Marion to make a dexterity roll as well.
70 out of 80.
Yeah, as she just squirms through like it's nothing. She just wriggles through like...
Do I get a chance while I'm going through this, or is there anything I can do to make the hole a little bit wider as I'm climbing through?
You can, like I said, as you're climbing through, you can try to like knock out some of the rocks surrounding it, but it could decrease the integrity of the tunnel as a whole.
Right. We'll do that later.
As Amos quite quickly tries to push through. He is a little bit bigger than the
older.
The other 3. As you start
Dexterity was my
pushing
dump
through,
stat.
and Amos, as you move in around maybe 10 minutes into the tunnel,
God damn it.
you hear that sound of bones cracking again coming from behind you.
For the love of God.
Yeah. As you continue to push along your way, as you make it to that little area, a little tight area, and you, Marion, Agatha, and Althea, you can see his head pop up and his arms.
They're right behind me.
Can I try pulling him out?
Yeah, I'm gonna help.
Okay, so only one of you can try pulling him out. So
I'll stand
What would
aside
that
and
be?
let them do it.
What would that be? Dexterity? Or no,
base,
strength?
you're just helping, so it would give him a bonus die, but don't roll yet, Amos.
Oh no.
Ah!
But so is Agatha going to be?
I'm
the
gonna
one?
try and pull him out.
Yeah, so you're gonna. You try, and then you realize you'd have to crawl back part ways into that tunnel. And I'm probably gonna, I'm gonna say that your character would, not to say take control of your character, but you'd be quite apprehensive about going back into that hole.
I'm gonna help him out.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. As you're reaching for Amos's hands, as he's reaching forward, as you see him very quickly get pulled back. So back to Amos, you feel a hand grip your ankle, your right ankle, and you can feel burning, like it's burning your ankle, and just a tug. And I need you to roll me a strength check, and it will be opposed by the strength.
61 out of 65.
And you managed to just barely.
For the love of God!
Just barely. I can't emphasize this enough. By 2 percentages on my end, and I believe 4 on your end.
Yep.
You managed to kick the claw away, scurry up, and now you get to
Get
roll
the hell out.
to get out of there.
Get
with
off
that
my
die.
ankle!
Your bonus die.
Pull me out, pull me out!
That's dexterity.
7%.
Oh, as you immediately plop out of the hole.
As soon as he's out, I start hitting rocks to try and make the
gonna
thing
say, I wanted
cave
to
in.
Grab my
my
pistol
rough
and I
rifle.
fire around just into the hole.
Okay.
I just like, get off my ankle!
Yeah. Also, you're going to also take 1 wound, Amos.
Yeah, all right. I'll take that. That's fine.
When you do take a quick glance at your ankle, the clothes is burnt into your skin, as if something really hot gripped it.
So you might be out of commission for firing down that hole.
Well, I can still sit up and fire.
So as you shoot into the hole, while Agatha and Marion start
Butting it, basically.
yeah,
just-
so Agatha with the butt of the Lee Enfield,
Yeah.
and Marion probably with the butt of the machete.
Yep.
Start beating at the sides, and you shoot in. Amos, you're really the only one who's in a position to see this. What you see is a hand rise up over that lip and seems to stretch and elongate as Amos needs to make a sanity check as he's shooting into the hole.
Nope. 41 out of 76. Get that shit out of my
You
head.
lose 1 sanity
Oh, jeez.
for making the check.
Oh.
As it looks, and you're the only one who really sees it. This elongation, as it seems to be just reaching by itself through. And I would like you to roll your firearm skill as you shoot.
I'm going to shoot it. That is a 2%.
Whoa.
I can't make this up.
A 2% would be a critical impale. As what happens, you shoot the palm, and you can just see the bullet on the elongated arm spread through and shatter up the arm as it spreads apart. And it looks like there's tendrils sticking out from it. As Agatha and Marion, as they're hitting the sides, the rocks start caving in on it.
I start chipping away from the collapsing hole
Yeah.
and further down into the...
Yeah. As you
Thing.
just jump back, so you're around 5 feet away. You also all start hearing a slight, not hearing, but feeling a slight rumble in the part of the cavern you're in, as rocks start slowly falling from the ceiling.
All right, hustle, ladies.
Are on the move again.
Let's go.
I start trying to run around my ankle.
Can you run?
Can I run?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll help
Yeah.
him if we need to.
Yeah.
Althea, just back to you. Your little rat friend leans over and whispers in your ear, "We should run."
Okay.
You immediately
That makes
start
sense. I start running. I have a movement of 8, if that matters.
Yep. Movement will matter. What's everyone's movements?
9.
8.
8.
8.
Yeah, so even though Althea started running first, Agatha quite quickly outpaces her. Just like, I'm good at running away from stuff. That is what I do.
I've had enough of this shit. I'm leaving now.
Yes. As you all run, and it seems to just ramp up, and you can see where it opens up to the outside, as it starts caving in just behind Amos, Marion, and Althea. As you run and you manage, Agatha herself manages to just run out on her feet, while you other three jump out of the way. So you other three will need to make a dexterity check, while Agatha just runs out like an Olympic sprinter.
33 out of 45.
3.
10% at a 65 for Althea.
You all do. It's
It's
amazing looking. Agatha, as you finish cresting and you turn around, they're like stunt men and women. they all jump, do a flip in the air, land down. They almost died, but they looked cool.
898. Whatever it is. It's just
Why do we all have these Olympic scorecards?
no kidding.
As a
son.
pile of rock dust shoots out as well.
Where are we?
Not in a cave?
Is it daylight? Are we on the surface? Is it daylight?
It still looks
There's a moon.
it's hard to tell
Overcast?
day and night. These are all relative concepts.
Is it raining though? Still?
It's slightly drizzle, not much rain at the moment. You seem to be up slightly on a hill.
Can we see the farmhouse from here?
All you see right now is woods around you.
Okay, so, all right. First thing we have to do is figure out where we are. I don't suppose I can ask my little rat friend that, can I?
What?
Do you say that out loud?
I'll say out loud, do you know where we are?
I have no
I have
idea
no
where we
idea.
are.
You all notice as she's not looking at any of you, as she's looking a little bit away at her shoulder, and that you're. Would you like to name the rat? What would Althea name this rat?
Forceps.
Montgomery.
Of course.
Oh.
How nice. How quaint. As you look over on your shoulder, and the rat says, "It's not far now. It's not far now. We're almost there. Just this way. This way." As it starts pointing off in a direction.
Do we see the rat?
No, there's nothing on her shoulder.
Perhaps we should go.
Oh, you do see the top point of the fang on her back.
Okay.
Perhaps we should go this way. I think this might be the right way. This way. And
How
I'll
do you
point
know?
in it. I just, I have a feeling.
That's why we chose the direction down in the tunnel, I suppose. But
Is there like a follow your gut roll?
Oh,
Just make assumptions.
you mean like an insight into Althea's reasoning?
Yeah.
That would be a psychology roll.
I will make a psychology roll.
She's been acting a little bit strange since that the
I'm
Amber.
gonna roll that again as well.
Yeah.
No, 91 out of 53. I'm really sucking at these psychology rolls.
62 out of 40.
4 out of 30.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on tonight,
Amos
boys and
is
girls.
rocking it tonight. He's the superstar.
Do I get a tick?
Put a
that?
tick next to that skill as well. Congratulations. Hey, some nights you roll bad, some nights you roll good.
Yep.
It all balances out.
I'm okay with it.
Amos, with your years of experience as a private investigator and learning how to read people, as you look over at Althea and what she's saying, there's something not quite right. You can't really place your finger on it, but you're not sure. You think mentally there might be some kind of break still happening since you were so close to her with the rock. You're not sure if you can really trust what she's saying, is my point.
As she starts leading us in a certain direction, I'll pull out the gun and I'll say, I'll take second. And then I go behind her.
Okay.
Like
No,
not
wait,
threatening, I'll have
you're
the
not,
gun
like-
trained on her,
Yeah.
but I have the gun out and I'm going to take second place in line.
Yeah, that
behind
would
her.
seem normal. He's had his gun out this entire time.
Yeah.
All right, onwards.
I just want to look at Agatha. After you, I suppose.
All right. I make sure I have my rifle at the ready.
Oh, then maybe you should go last.
Oh, who's first again?
Amos with.
I'm leading the way.
yeah.
So Althea's first, Amos is second, with his gun drawn as usual.
Do you mind?
Non-threatening, but he understands something's
I
amiss.
can be last.
Yeah.
I can be last.
Thank you.
Marion being third.
Yep.
And Agatha with her Lee Enfield
Lee Enfield, Market 3.
No.
being last. As you start walking down the trail through the woods.
How are you doing, Agatha? Are you okay?
My side hurts a little bit, but I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Just keep going. It's okay. Thank
right.
you.
Once again, you're in the woods. Slight rain here. It's damp and everything else. Still no real sense of smell. And now that you're up ground, above ground, if you will, you all feel just a little bit nauseous. Just a little bit. Except Althea. You seem pretty much okay. You seem like you're high. You're a little bit hyped. You got a little bit of adrenaline.
Yeah.
You got a lot of energy right now. You really want to get where you're going.
This is good. This is good. This is the first time it feels like we've made real progress since all of this started. I'm feeling better than I have for quite some time.
This is progress?
Well, we're not underground anymore, and we're not in that horrible house anymore, and there's not weirdos following us anymore, and I'm feeling pretty confident about what's happening right now.
Is she so excited that she's starting to increase her pace?
Yeah, I would say that I'm walking at a brisk
Althea,
pace.
you gotta slow down. We have to stay together.
Oh, of course, I'm not going to leave anyone behind.
Where are we?
Right.
Oh, that'd be a terrible idea.
Where are you going?
I'm not sure. But I feel very good about it. Come on.
Really?
And I'm just going to keep going.
We don't have any other options at the moment.
And there's no indication
Not yet.
anywhere of where we are at
Yeah,
all?
you're lost in the
Lost
woods.
in the woods. Okay. Can I make a spot hidden roll to see around the surroundings if there's anything?
I would like just Agatha, because she mentioned it, to make this spot hidden roll.
Nope, that is an 88 out of 51.
Fair enough. It actually would have been a bad roll for you specifically to make.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm mostly concentrating on her anyway.
Fair enough. Concentrating on Althea with her. Yeah. As you just continue along your way, you're only walking for maybe another 15, 20 minutes. It's
Do
not
I see any landmarks or anything I can use
Just-
as okay?
like you're in the woods. It does seem like you are still, even though you were up on a hill, it is going up on a slight incline.
Okay.
As Althea, we'll start with you.
Okay.
As you're just a little bit ahead of everyone, not really far, like just a few feet because you are keeping a pretty steady pace.
Mm-hmm.
As you crest up, it seems like you're at the top of this hill and you're looking down and you see a large, beautiful lake just nestled in the valley of the woods.
Oh,
It looks like there's like light glimmering off it, and as you look up in the sky, of course, there's no sun visible with the dark clouds. But it looks there's a glimmer on the entirety of the lake. And it's just, you're just a bit focused on the lake, like, oh, that's beautiful. As the rest of you also walk up behind you, you see this large, beautiful lake. But something Althea has missed, the three of you notice. You notice along the edge, what looks to be a small beach head on the edge of the lake. You notice stakes around 8 feet, 9 feet high, jammed into the ground.
So we don't see that, or we do
No,
see
no. Althea doesn't notice it at first. She's so focused on the lake itself.
Oh, okay.
Whereas
8
it's
feet
impossible.
high?
Yeah, 8 to 9 feet high, each post stuck into the ground. You notice 6 of them just arrayed along the beach. And it looks to be like there's 6 people crucified on these posts.
Christ.
And jutting out
What?
and jutting out of their chests are large metal fang-like things similar to what's on Althea's back.
It's beautiful.
Thank you for listening to this Twisted Gear Studios production. Our next episode of The Call will air Tuesday, February 26th. In the meantime, Tuesday, February 19th is the next episode of Spacers, our Starfinder actual playcast, And this Friday, February 15th, is the next episode of our collaboration podcast with MacGuffin Media, The Legend of Zing Dong. The game system used today was the Call of Cthulhu 7th Edition by Chaosium. Music in this episode was licensed by Video Copilot. Sound effects and ambient tracks licensed through Train Films and Video Copilot. You can find all Twisted Gears podcasts on YouTube, Google Play, Apple Music, and Spotify. Please follow and like Twisted Gear Studios on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Twisted Gear. Your players this evening were Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, Zach Barrett, and Elizabeth Wells. Your audio operator tonight was Rob Hickey, and your GM, or keeper, this evening was Derek Snow. If you happen to be in the Fort McMurray area, you can find me at Tavern on Main every Monday at 7:30 p.m. for trivia. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.